Hi Facebook, how are you? It's Wednesday afternoon and I just got done having a vitamin drip from the fabulous people at Med Studio in Minnetonka. I highly recommend it. I am pretty good about taking my vitamins and pretty good about eating well, but I'll be honest, I go in and out, and I don't know, having an injection of vitamins that gets into my bloodstream right away faster is always better for me. So definitely visit Med Studio in Minnetonka or Oakdale. Tell them I sent you, and go and get a vitamin drip. It's a wonderful way to get all the nutrients into your system that you need so you feel rested, energized, and you are healthier. So anyway, I'm driving, and this is the first time I've used my kind of video camera here, so I'm pretty excited about that. That was at the dollar store, a little connection into my car that I found last night. So anyway, I just got off a weekend of being, you saw from my Facebook post, being in Los Angeles at my mentor's home. And I had a pretty surreal experience being able to learn from the number 4 income earners in the world of network marketing, Chad and Atita Chong, and also her father, Nat Pranaputra. He and his wife are number 2 in the world of network marketing as far as income is concerned. They have between 20 and 30 years experience in the industry. They've been with many of the big network marketing companies, just have great experience. And so I was able to learn directly from the 3 of them in a small intimate setting of 23 to 25 people, and learning from mentors of this caliber in such a unique and intimate setting is a priceless opportunity, and I am so grateful to them for opening up their home and for really teaching us everything that they know. And one of the topics that we discussed was how to behave when people leave for another company, and I wanted to share it with you because I love network marketing. I absolutely love the industry, and there's some things that I don't like so much about it, and some things that have caused me some pain and some pause. And I think some of it is that we're dealing with people, right? And so one of my other mentors, Ramasio Fulcher, says one of the great things about network marketing is the people. And it's so true. I've met some of my best and closest friends, some of the most fabulous leaders and mentors in my life through network marketing. But some of the worst things, one of the worst things about network marketing is the people, right? Because you're constantly dealing with all these different types of people and their goals and their journeys and their ups and their downs and the psychology of it all, right? So just know that if you're in network marketing, one of the best things is the people. One of the worst things is the people. And so you really have to learn how to deal with people and learn the psychology of people and all those things. So we talked a lot about that. Now, I'll walk you back in my journey a little bit. I was in corporate America, and then I joined a network marketing company. And when I decided to go to World Global Network, I decided to leave that network marketing company. And so I called, my compliance department and just said, what do I need to do? How does this work? What are the ethics of it all? And it all ended up turning out great, and I learned a ton along the way. And I, early on in my network marketing career, I had some people in my organization that were deciding to do other things, which now I know is okay and fine. But at the time, the way that I was coached and the way that I was learning was that that's not okay. And I kind of was coached in a kind of in a fear-based way. I think that you have to protect and be careful, and you can't let them, join another company and all of these things. And so this person knows who I'm talking about. They're a very good friend of mine, but or there's 2 who are good friends of mine now, but we just had the conversation. I really didn't know how to coach or guide through it or lead through it. I really wasn't sure. I thought I was supposed to guide them that they shouldn't, do another company. I wasn't really sure. Well, then when I decided that it was time for me to change companies, which people do, right? Like, I used to work in corporate retail, and we hopped all over the place. I mean, we were, all of us were at all different rep groups, all different companies. It's just the industry. So same in network marketing. Some people stay with their company their entire careers. Others hop around. It's just how it goes. It's the industry. And as there are more and more companies popping up, you're just seeing more change and more shift. Some people do one company. Some people, do 3 or 4. I 100% do not think you can be successful at more than one company. That is one of the reasons that I sold my previous company, so that those members and customers could be 100% taken care of, and I could put 100% of my effort into building a new leadership team with a new company. My choice with how I work and how I felt it was best in dealing with the organization I was dealing with. I do not think you can successfully run 2 companies or 3 companies or 4 companies, but many people are a part of many, and that's their choice. So as I dealt with this situation in my previous organization, and then I decided to make a transition, and now I'm under new leadership and new coaching with my organization. I'm just learning kind of the grace of how to handle this. And here's what I suggest. Again, this is my opinion, but it's what I'm learning from the top 2 and 4 income earners in the world. And so I'm with a World Global Network, okay? And we had some technical difficulties at the beginning startup phase of our company. Now our, device is awesome. It's working great. But at the beginning of a startup, tech company dealing with Apple and Android and apps and all those things, we had some challenges, which are to be expected. So I lost some people, some customers, some leaders, and probably some people, that we shouldn't have lost, but we did, because we didn't have everything put together at that time, and we were still building and building a leadership team and all of those things. And so I too, you guys, have had people leave my organization, and I think you need to expect it. One thing I've learned over the last 2 years is that we don't own people. One of the reasons we get into network marketing is so that we can be our own independent distributor and run our own business. And if we choose to, tap into the leadership that we're offered. But we are not owned. You can't own people. They're not your employees. They are not yours. And so I even catch myself watching my language, which I have to think of every day. Is it my team, my organization? I tend to say that. No, it's the team, the organization. I have to be really careful, even on this post, to think of that, because you don't own people. And I think that when people decide to go do something else, the best thing you can do is wish them well. It really is. Like, wish them well, because sometimes the leadership isn't for them. Sometimes the product isn't for them. Sometimes they'll leave you and they might come back. You never know. You don't know where your path is going to go. And so the network marketing industry is such a big industry filled with so many fantastic people that I do think that it's key to keep a very open and positive reputation, because you never know when things might change or shift around. And so when people decide maybe they make a decision to leave and go to another company, yes, as a leader, I think it's your job to make sure that you understand why they're leaving. You talk it through. You kind of let them know it's really hard to do more than one company and be successful. But then if they've made their decision to leave, don't badmouth them. Don't badmouth their company on social media. It just makes you look bad. And when you badmouth another company on your group page, on your social media page, all it does is draw attention to that other company. Press is press. When I left my previous company, there happened to be some of that going on, and I can't even tell you how many people picked up the phone and called me because of the press they were reading, even though it was, I guess, maybe negative press. And so I so badly wanted to say, don't do that. Like, don't badmouth the other company, because you're just doing a disservice to the industry. Support all network marketers, support all companies. There's hundreds that are fabulous. There really are. And some companies aren't right for a certain person, so I'm in my company because I 100% believe it is the company that's going to get me to millionaire status, and it is going to be the biggest network marketing company on the map. And it's for me. It might not be for you. It might not be for someone else. I have a friend who is in the essential oils business, and it's perfect for her. It is 100% perfect for her. She is wildly successful because it's a big fit for her. So let's say someone in my organization decided that they wanted to go and work with her. Would I be sad? Yes, I would. Would I be bummed because my organization dropped a bit? Yes. But my job is to support her and love on her and wish her the very best of luck, because you just don't know what's going to come around your way. And so I have learned so much over the last few years from kind of being coached in a way that was more fear-based. Don't let your people join other companies, and if they do, kind of remove them from the group and do all these things and act very, in a fear-based way, like I'm scared. I do understand where that comes from, but I was behaving in that way because I was kind of coached that way. And then deciding to make a change myself, dealing with some of the psychology with that and some of the, things that happened after that. And now being in an organization with leadership, it's really leadership that just this weekend was coaching. As people decide to leave, shift, make different decisions, you have to support them. The other thing is that if you're a distributor, make sure that you're reaching up to your upline when any kind of discomfort happens. Not when you decide to leave, because then it's kind of too late. There's not a lot they can do to help you. But if you are constantly reaching up to your upline throughout the journey of, I'm struggling, or I'm thinking about this, or can you help me with this? If they're a good leader, they'll help you through it, not like force you to stay or give you, an ultimatum or things like that, but they'll help you through the journey. And we were saying this weekend, the leadership that I'm with the chunks, they're like, I can help you when you come to us kind of early on and we're business partners and we're helping shift through the journey. But when you're already at the end of your rope and you haven't reached out to anybody or expressed what you're going through, it's hard for me to help you kind of at the end, right? So I encourage all of you out there in network marketing, if you are struggling or you're not seeing the success you'd like to see, reach up to your upline. And if your upline isn't available or isn't someone you connect with, keep reaching up and keep reaching up and keep reaching up until you find someone that can help you. Because I would hate for you to, decide to make a change when you didn't give it all you've got and ask for the support in the beginning or the middle of your journey. I made it safely. I love this little thingy that I bought. I'd hate for you to make that decision, when somebody could have helped you. And so just a learning tip that I wanted to share with you. I really felt so comfortable and happy and supported knowing that I'm with leadership that is saying, if people decide to make other decisions, just wish them well and wish them good luck. And what a wonderful, abundant, positive way to run a business. And if you think about it, your business should be so healthy that you shouldn't be getting more than 30% of your revenue from one leg, okay? If you are so dependent on that leg. What if they choose to leave or make a different decision or join another company? You hope they wouldn't, right? But you never know. And you never want to have your business so skewed that you're solely dependent on one line, and that one line is generating more than 30% of revenue. This is what we learned from the Chongs, and I have been for the past year. You better keep working your butt off so you have several legs of business, and there's not one leg that gives you more than 30% revenue, so you're not totally dependent, because you want such a strong business in your network marketing journey that if someone does decide to leave, you guys never know. They could get sick. They could move to a different country that you don't do business in. They could decide to join their brother in another company. I mean, you never know. You don't want to be the business owner and the entrepreneur and the CEO of your independent business where you're dependent on one leg of business, because that puts you in a very vulnerable place, and you don't ever want to put yourself in that place. So keep working your butt off, keep recruiting, keep prospecting, so that you have such a big funnel and such a big book of business that if any one leg has to make a change or decides to make a change, you are not vulnerable and you are not hurt. Really, really important. And I learned that right at the beginning of my journey with World Global Network. And then just this weekend, again, hammered in my head to just really wish people the best of luck. So have I had some people leave my business? Yes, I've actually had a friend of mine who left World and went to go to my other friend's company. We were in a previous business together. I actually never asked her, to join me with World, because we just had a we know each other. We have a general respect to each other. She went with another company. One of our mutual friends joined me in business. It wasn't for her. So she went and joined my girlfriend. My girlfriend didn't actively recruit her. She didn't call her up and say, leave Chris, come join me. But this friend, through just her own journey, called my very good friend and ended up joining her in business. And this friend and I, we talked about it. I said, hey, I see that, so-and-so left my organization and joined yours. And she's like, yeah. She said, just so you know, I didn't call her or actively recruit her, but it was a better fit for her. And I said, yes, I totally get it. I understand. That's a good business relationship. And we're really, really good friends. And I had someone from my organization join her business, but you know what? It is a better fit for her. And this person and I have such a good communication style that it didn't hurt our friendship or our business or anything, because we both know that we're both strong businesswomen. She's building a different company. I'm building a different company. Do we compete somehow? A little bit. Sure we do. But we have a respect for each other and we understand we don't own people. I don't own anybody. They are independent distributors, and it's my job to coach them and lead them and give them the tools that they need to run the business that they want to. But it's not my job to hold on to them so tightly that they can't make a decision that they want to make. And if they decide they want to go do something else, I really do wish them well. And it gives you such a positive experience with this whole network marketing journey. It puts you in a much better place. So I wanted to share that learning experience with you. It is an abundant mentality. It is not fear-based. And so for those of you who are leaders out there, take this on and also coach your teams, your groups, to reach up before they get frustrated. Make sure they're reaching up in the beginning and middle of their journey so that you can help them. And let's wish everyone well, because we're all in this pool together. We need to support each other. We need to support the business. So let's not badmouth other companies. Some companies have had lawsuits and all of these things. I'm like, don't say anything, because that could happen to any company. When I was in corporate, it happened to us all the time. And you didn't, badmouth the competitor. You don't ever want to do that. Just talk about what's great about your company and support the industry. Okay, support the industry. Be an advocate and be a captain of the industry. And so think of it that way. You want to be the captain of your company. I do understand that. But also be a professional and a captain of the industry, because it will make this world a much better place and you will be happier and more fulfilled doing it. So thanks for joining me today. Take care, everyone. And to all of you in network marketing,